Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 128. Please subscribe. The next three lessons all weave together beautifully, and it's important that we do all three. One right after the other, but on separate days, of course, because we are only to do one lesson per day, as in the instructions in the introduction to the workbook, in case you forgot. So today's lesson is the world I see holds nothing that I want. And there are multiple previous lessons as well, and some to come quickly, that weave beautifully into this tapestry of ours. They are totally and completely enfolded. Two of them, just to mention off the bat, are lesson 2 that we mention often, that I've given everything all the meaning it has for me, and that's important that I realize my responsibility, and I take hold of that responsibility, and I don't think that there's a meaning other than the one I've assigned. And then, of course, we have lesson 11, that my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. We have to realize this because today's lesson is about the value and, truthfully, the meaninglessness that we have placed on this world. That this world I see, and it is, again, the one I see, and that is important. It's the one I see. I don't see what is real, but it is what I see. Holds nothing that I want. Nothing. There's nothing truly here that is of deep intrinsic value to me. There's nothing here in this world as I see it that is everlasting, that I really want to hold on to. I'm beginning to understand the temporariness of all that I see. The world you see holds nothing that you need to offer you, nothing that you can use in any way, nor anything at all that serves to give you joy. Nothing in this world will bring me joy. Believe this thought, and you are saved from years of misery, from countless disappointments, and from hopes that turn to bitter ashes of despair. No one but must accept. We'll change that, as I have in the past, because that's very Shakespearean. Iambic pentameter. Everyone must accept this thought as true. Everyone. We all must accept that this thought is true, that this world holds nothing that I want. If he, she, I would leave the world, this world behind, and soar above its petty scope and little ways. And there is an ever-present metaphor within this lesson of a bird flying, a bird that has been caged and now is able to spread its wings and soar above all of this world. Each thing you value here is but a chain that binds you to the world. It is these chains that have imprisoned us, and these chains will serve no other end but that, to indeed imprison us. For everything must serve the purpose that you have given it, again, lesson 2, until you see a different purpose there. I can change my thoughts. That's the power that I have. I have the power of choice, and I can change my thoughts about everything that I see. And the only purpose worthy of your mind this world contains is that you pass it by without delaying to perceive some hope where there is none. I have put a meaning on everything that indeed has no meaning. In truth, nothing in this world has a meaning for me, because it has nothing that will increase and bring me the joy and the peace and the happiness that my Father wills for me and for you. Escape today the chains you place upon your mind. It's not the body, it's the chains in our mind. When you perceive salvation here, there's no salvation here in this world. Holds nothing that I want. For what you value here, you make part of you as you perceive yourself. All things you seek to make your value greater in your sight limit you further and hide your worth from you and add another bar across the door that leads to true awareness and of your awareness of yourself with that big S. So again, we have the metaphor of the door, this idea, this image of the door, that it appears that we bar the door. We put blocks up against this door for us to enter in and to go through. But for this, I'm going to go into chapter 11 in our text, because the door is an ever-present metaphor throughout the course, has already been in many lessons. And in chapter 11, it says, but love yourself with the love of Christ, for so does your Father love you. You can refuse to enter, but you cannot bar the door that Christ holds open. Come unto me who hold it open for you, for while I live, it cannot be shut, and I live forever. God is my life and yours, and nothing is denied by God to his child, to his son. So this door that I think I've placed bars, I've placed obstacles up against, that I cannot go through, that I'm not worthy of going through, because the other thing is that I'm valuing stuff in this world and I don't want to lose it. So I have to come to the realization there is nothing here. There is nothing here really of true value for me. And this door that I think is barred and locked, perhaps even against me, is open, and it has the most celestial doorman there ever could be. It has Christ there by the door, waiting and for us to come to it and ushering us through. Let nothing that relates to body thoughts delay your progress to salvation, nor permit temptation to believe that this world holds anything you want that's going to hold you back. Nothing is here to cherish. Nothing here is worth one instant of delay and pain, one moment of uncertainty and doubt. The worthless offer nothing. Certainty of worth cannot be found in worthlessness. We've placed a meaning on what has none. We are able and ready to go through this door. We are ready and able to let the chains of our mind be loosened and dropped away. We also can bring in lesson 25, that I do not know what anything is for. The purposes that I've given things, I don't really know what the true purpose is. The practicing for today are 3 10-minutes, I think. Yes, 3 10-minute times. It tells us to look at this world, hold it purposeless within our minds, and loosen it from all we wish it were. And thus do we lift the chains that bar the door to freedom from the world, and go beyond all little values and diminished goals. And every time that we think that there is something here to hold on to, let us look at it truly and give it over. There is nothing here. Pause and be still a little while and see how far you rise above the world when you release your mind from chains and let it seek the level where it finds itself at home. Like water, we will find the level at which we know we truly are. This is not home. Home is where we will be when we let go of this world. Your mind will be grateful to be free a while. It knows where it belongs, but free its wings, and it will fly in sureness and in joy to join its holy purpose. Let it rest in its creator, there to be restored to sanity, because this world is insane, to freedom, and of course to love. So for these 10 minutes, 3 times a day, we close our eyes upon this world. And what it says is that when we open them again and we look around, nothing will look exactly as it was, and it will have lost some of its shine for us and some of its attraction for us. Your whole perspective on the world will shift by just a little every time you let your mind escape the chains. The world is not where your mind belongs, and you belong where your mind would be and where it goes to rest when you release it from the world. It tells us, protect your mind throughout the day as well, and when you think you see some value in an aspect, or an image of the world. Refuse to lay another chain upon your mind, but instead you tell yourself with great certainty, remember, certainty is of God, this will not tempt me to delay myself. The world I see holds nothing that I want, nothing that I need, nothing that is eternal and forever, nothing that is of God. And that's it for today, and I hope it helped. Now, we are not left there, because if we were left in this idea that this world holds nothing that we want, it could lead to depression. And of course, the great teacher knows this. So tomorrow's lesson is beyond this world. There is a world I want. So that's your sneak preview. So I hope it helped. So please like, please share, please subscribe, please smile. Please smile as you loosen the chains of everything that you thought was important, because we're coming to this realization, if not already there, that this is not what we want, but indeed there is something else, bigger, greater, more glorious. Smile, breathe, and spend some joyous time with today's lesson, being free, flying above. Namaste.